This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Well, here we are in Newcastle with the one and only, the master himself, Eddie Hearn. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm very good. Excited to be back up here.
Yeah, good. Now, obviously, like last time with Luis Ritson up there, the atmosphere was mental.
Yeah.
And obviously, there's 3,000 more in this one?
Yeah, at least. I mean, last time we didn't really expect it. You know, I knew he'd have good support, but the level of noise in there was, I think everyone was like, where's this come from? So we do expect it this time, but it will be a lot louder than before. So I think he's got a tough fight. You know, I was at the head-to-head there, and I think Luis is a bit nervous because, you know, I asked him that question, do you feel the pressure now? It's not like he was going under the radar. Now he's headlining on Sky, and North East Boxing is on his shoulders. So, and Patera in that head-to-head just looked at me, looked as if to say, you know,
you don't bother me.
No. And I'm excited to see the fight because I think we're going to learn more about Luis Ritson in this fight. You know, different assets to his game, and you know, I'm looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Now, with their Joe Laws as well.
Yeah.
I had him on the channel last week for about half hour. Absolute lunatic.
Yeah.
He's an absolute lunatic, but special talent.
Yeah, a good talent, and obviously, look, sells so many tickets. I mean, he's done nearly 1,000 tickets for this show on his own.
Yeah.
Which I've not seen that before from a guy in a 4 or 6 rounder. Yeah. So he's just got to stay calm and just make sure that he just performs, you know. And if he's got that support, if he has the ability, he's going to go a long way.
Yeah. Now, since last time and today, whenever I've heard you speak about Newcastle, you've got a real passion for Newcastle lately.
Well, it's not just Newcastle. Look, I like the city, but I just it's not even North East. I have a passion for cities and regions that get behind their own and create special nights. And we did it in Leeds with Frampton. We did it with Warrington. We did it in Belfast with Frampton, and now we're doing it with Ritson in Newcastle. And it's quite unique, really, what you've got here. You know, and it's come from nowhere, but it wasn't like North East Boxing was massive. And then we've done shows up here. We brought Joshua up here, did, 4,000, 5,000. But Ritson's just come out of nowhere. And I think people realise, we've got someone here that we can actually go on a journey with, and that could take us to World Championships and could take us to St James's Park. And when you've got someone with that kind of ability, it's a lot easier to get on the bandwagon, if you like. And that's what people are doing. You know, it's going to be an interesting fight, a tough fight. But I think Ritson is a special talent. He's still learning. But you know, with this kind of support, if he has the ability to go to world level, we're going to have some great nights.
Did you see Shelley Finkel fall off his stool the other day?
Yes, I had to smirk a little bit. But he's getting on, so I felt a little bit bad. But yeah.
Although, to be fair, now you and me, we're about the same kind of height and everything, right? If you fall off that chair, you're going to be down there for a minute. Yeah. He got up like something out of Dawn of the Dead.
Well, it's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? It's one of those, you know, when you fall off something or you trip over, you're that embarrassed. Even if you broke your leg, you still get up, you know, because you sort of go, I'm fine, I'm absolutely fine. Yeah. It was an interesting few days.
I'm kind of asking the question: is he part alien or something? Because it just didn't seem possible.
Yeah, possible.
Well, speaking of that, real quick though, because a few months ago when you started talking about the potential for Joshua and Wilder, you said that you were maybe thinking about, because of the way that Shelley Finkel was and Lou DiBella were, that you're going to leave him out the deal and go direct to Al Haymon and Jay Diaz, and but you kind of gave Shelley Finkel the opportunity as such, and now it's kind of got to the point where you are now going to pretty much cut it out.
Yeah, I think so. Not meaning to be disrespectful, but I just can't see it getting done with the way the relationship is. I mean, I sent my dad in.
It's a personal thing, isn't it?
It is, and I've sent my dad in for that reason, because it became personal. And maybe it was my fault, but I'm a wind-up merchant. So, some people take it seriously, some people don't. But ultimately, I sent my dad in, and even that relationship has become broken between them. I mean, I've seen the emails coming back from Shelley, and it's it ain't pleasant. So if you can't keep a level head in negotiations, there's no point having negotiations, because you become warped with what you think should be a good deal, and your attitude changes because of your emotion towards the person you're negotiating with. So I know that Heyman's not like that. So yeah, I think we've got to switch it up and see what we can do.
Fantastic. Now, Dillian Whyte. I've had him on channel many times. I was supposed to have him on last night.
Yeah.
He had a late dinner and fell asleep.
Really? All right, yeah.
So he stood me up.
Okay.
Anyway, there's like loads of posters going around the internet at the minute. I know it's never official until you say so. Who's the favourite between Ortiz and Chisora?
Definitely Chisora. But the Ortiz fight could be made if Chisora deal doesn't happen.
Right.
The fight that I think we want, and generally, certainly the mass public want, is Chisora. I know that from a hardcore perspective, people love the Ortiz fight as well. So our focus is on the Chisora fight, but we are running out of time.
Yeah.
So if that fight's not made by the end of the week or the end of the weekend, we should start focusing on Whyte and Ortiz and Brazil. You know, that's a fight that could lead to the mandatory position. So they're really good fights. But yeah, we would like to make the Chisora fight, but you know, we are running a bit low on time now.
Is there dominant Brazil just not interested at all?
Yeah, I think Brazil is a fight that can work. I think the tough thing is when you're mandatory like Brazil is, do you want to take a chance?
He's going to want to be the A side, isn't he?
Yeah, but that's fine. But he could just sit it out and just have an easy fight, and then at some point he's WBC mandatory. So do you gamble it now against someone like Dillian Whyte? Yeah. It's a tough decision.
Thing. I heard that Wilder said that he could make 100 million.
Yes.
From Fury.
Really?
As in, that's going to go into his bank account.
Yes. That is the biggest load of bollocks I've ever heard in my life. That's how I feel about that.
Yeah, exactly.
He also said it could do 2.5 million buys. If it does 250,000 buys, I think they've done extremely well.
Well, my answer to that was when it was free to air as such against Luis Ortiz, his biggest step up left, 1.1 million, free viewers. How are they going to do that with pay-per-view?
At $80 a time. But you know, look at other fights. Ward against Kovalev, 150,000 buys. Jacobs against Golovkin, 170,000 buys. You know, and both those guys are much bigger in America than Wilder and Fury. So. Yeah.
Do you give Fury much of a chance in this one?
Not really. No, I think he's going to try and do what he does, frustrate and, you know, spoil and all that kind of stuff. But it's a lot easier to do that against orthodox fighters. And Fury is unorthodox.
Yeah.
And I think he'll knock him out.
Unfortunately, I agree with you on that one. And, it is unfortunate. But one thing that I really admired about AJ, and I've said it plenty of times now, is the fact that as much as he wants the Tyson Fury fight, he says, I'll fight you when you're ready.
Yeah.
I almost look at Wilder and go, you're doing this because you actually see him as
it's a great time to fight Fury. Great time, because I do think that if he was in Klitschko form, he would have much more chance in this fight. But he's not. He's miles off that form. And it's a great time to be fighting him.
Now, quickly switching, I'm not going to even pronounce his last name, Walter.
Yeah, Cowton Dockway.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, he's got a very good record, by the way.
It's dangerous. It's not It's not ideal because no one's ever heard of him.
Yeah.
But he's a huge puncher. And also, you've got to think about Andrade's been preparing for 8 weeks for a slick southpaw. And now he fights an orthodox banger. So, and he's a massive banana skin, and he's number 2 in the world.
How much footage is there of this guy out there for
there's footage, but I mean, it's not going to be easy. He's going to be very crude. He's going to be desperately trying for the knockout. It's a dangerous fight.
It is. Now, with that Billy Joe, obviously, when you sign up to something, you have to look at the whole thing. So it is his own fault, no matter how we look at it.
It is.
As much as I am a fan of his.
Yeah, so listen, so am I. And I've kept very, mutual on this whole situation because I didn't want to influence the commission's decision. But at the same time, I have a fighter in a fight whose opponent has failed a drugs test. So, I saw Warren today saying, Hearn, sat on the... Of course I'm going to sit on the fence. But you failed a VADA test. You may have your reasons, but if you sign up to VADA and you fail your drugs test, what is the point in having drugs tested? So I don't think the commission had any choice, actually. They said, in UCAD, it's fine. If UCAD want to insist that in competition only means on the day of the fight, then it's an absolute disgrace. Because that means you can take oxylofrene and ephedrine throughout your entire camp and get faster and get stronger and all these things, and then just come off it 3 days before the fight, and it'd be absolutely legal.
Yeah.
It's madness.
But
So,
could he get the winner potentially?
possibly. I mean,
Would he be suspended though?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. And we want to fight him.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like, I mean, it's all what. Okay. Yeah, it's not like Warren. You know, Warren come on and said, "Oh, Eddie Hearn's over the moon. It saves him money." We don't need to save money. I wanted Saunders against Andrade for DAZN. It's a good fight, but we can do it. We can do it after. But the WBO are going to have to sanction him.
Well, thank you very much, Eddie.
Cool.